Three.
CSW Saturday Nites is brought to you by the roofer you can trust, reliable roofing systems, quality workmanship done right the first time, female owned for over 10 years. Call them today at 719-576-6300 or at myhappyroof.com.
Quality workmanship done right the first time, every time. Female owned for over 10 years. Call them today at 719-576-6300 or myhappyroof.com. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by his best friend Eugene the Coconut, from wherever the wind blows him, weighing in at 255 pounds, the castaway, Vito Veleeno.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premiere edition, well, the return, however, of CSW Saturday Night. We are starting things off with some of the new blood. As you see, making his way out here to the ring is the castaway, Vito Veleeno. Walking around the ring here at Sunshine Studios Live, giving some of his accoutrement to some fans at ringside. Ever-present Eugene the Coconut. Not entirely sure how I feel about having a coconut ringside.
And his opponent, from Colorado Springs, weighing 190 pounds, Hard Knocks, Jimbo Lucas.
And you heard Skylar Ashwood make the announcement. The rookie Vito Veleeno taking on perhaps the most seasoned man in Colorado Springs wrestling, Hard Knocks, Jimbo Lucas. A Colorado stalwart, if you will, one of the cornerstones of Colorado Springs wrestling. Is that man Hard Knocks Jimbo Lucas? And you can see Vito Veleeno already questioning his life decisions in getting in the ring here. Already asking the folks at ringside, what have I gotten myself into? I'm getting ready to wrestle Hard Knocks Jimbo Lucas. Trying to get some energy from that crowd. I don't know if you're going to get this crowd to turn against Hard Knocks there. Right into a hammerlock, the young up-and-comer showing Jimbo, hey, this is what you trained me to do. But Jimbo, as always, one step ahead. Off the ropes, big shoulder tackle. But it is not going to move the 255-pounder very much. Youth and size might be the only advantages Vito Veleeno has here, and I would not be trying to rub anything in anyone's face right now. If you have Jimbo Lucas on the mat, you gotta not do what Vito Veleeno did, and that's let him get back to his feet, and that is shocking from Vito Veleeno. He took that arm drag, Jimbo taken to the mat. Jimbo very smartly going to the corner, getting himself a little bit of a breather. That is that veteran savviness. The teacher, the master, slowing things down here right now. And showing the kid why you never shake your opponent's hand. Big back elbow buys Jimbo Lucas the opening he needs. Takes the young man into the corner. Hits him with one of those shots right to the temple. And there's a chop right there. You could hear it reverberate throughout Sunshine Studios Live. And this masochist, this sadist, just asked for another. And there is a thin line between bravery and stupidity, and I think Vito Veleeno may have crossed it, and Jimbo Lucas again showing you why. Pillar to post, coast to coast. Jimbo Lucas giving no quarter to Vito Veleeno. Once again, avalanche clothesline into the corner. Nice snapmare suplex. Only a 2 count there. And Vito Veleeno somehow able to stay in this match. Jimbo Lucas making him regret kicking out, though, just delivering clubbing forearms to the back of the head. Vito Veleeno showing some fight in him. Couple forearms to the side of Jimbo Lucas, but Jimbo not having any of it. Just knocked him out clean with that forearm, it appears. Once again has Veleeno in the corner. And once again a chop to the chest. And a forearm to the crown of the skull. Vito Veleeno, you can see the effects of these shots. You can see them on his eyes for just a second. He is completely, I don't even think he's in Colorado, let alone Colorado Springs. He is out to lunch right now. Once again sent clear across coast to coast. And that had to have been sheer instinct to get him out of the way of that big kick. This might be the opening Veleeno needs if he can continue to run on instinct. Avalanche into the corner. Scoop and a slam. Off the ropes now. That he calls the Macarena leg drop. I'm pretty sure you can see why. I don't know if he paid Los Del Rios for the rights on that, though. Or the Bayside Boys, whoever did that song. And Jimbo Lucas doing the smart thing, getting the heck out of Dodge. Creating a distraction. Veleeno saw coming, able to avoid it. Series of forearms now. Once again, quick reversal. Saito suplex. Has him up. Oh! And that could be it. Here is a cover. 2, 3. Count to 100. And Hard Knocks, Jimbo Lucas would still be your winner, but you have to tip your cap to the young man, Vito Veleeno here. But this match was entirely Jimbo Lucas, and here you can see him reveling in the celebration here at Sunshine Studios Live in Colorado Springs, and you can be a part of that action next Saturday, February 18th, as Colorado Springs Wrestling presents Rudapalooza 5. You can get those tickets on Eventbrite or from the Facebook page. We'll be back with more Colorado Springs wrestling action in just a few moments. CSW Saturday Nights is sponsored by Bravo Auto and Transmission, veteran-owned with great staff who want to help and cares. Very fast, dependable, and quality work. Fair pricing and military-friendly. Call them today, 719-345-3405.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? This is your main event of the evening.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opening episode of CSW Saturday Night. I am JD Vernola. We are showing you a little bit of how we got to the point where we are at now in CSW. As you can see, the challenger for the CSW Championship making his way to the ring right now. I am the provider with I am the prospect. This match, as I said, for the CSW Championship back in September of 2022. And no matter where he goes, the provider has some kind of pull, some kind of cult of personality, if you will. Able to maintain followers, no matter how questionable his requests of his followers. Doesn't seem to be very successful with that section of Sunshine Studios Live. You hear that music, that can mean only one thing. Here he comes, the CSW champion, Lypto. And 2022 was definitely the best year of this young man's career. His fourth year in the business, was basically the king of Colorado. Fans here in Colorado Springs showing their adoration for the man from the 303, the Chicano Bulldog. Inviting both prospect and provider into the ring. That is a man who will not back down from anybody.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it's your main event of the evening is for the CSW Championship, with referee Skylar Barrier in charge of the action. Introducing first, the challenger from Jonestown, Guyana, weighing in at 999 stone, being accompanied by I Am the Prospect. He is the leader of the cult that awaits you. I am the provider. And his opponent, cruising down the 287, weighing in at 187 pounds. He is the reigning, defending CSW champion, the Chicano Bulldog.
And There you see it. That is what it is all about right there. The Colorado Springs Wrestling Championship being held up high by referee Skylar Barrier. Go early going, looking for a collar and elbow tie-up. Lypto looking like he knows a little better than to trust I Am the Provider here in the early going. There, once again, collar and elbow tie-up right into that front face lock from Provider. Able to get out of it is Lypto. A series of arm drags right there. And a third arm drag right there. Now he sizes him up. And a drop kick right to the ankle. And another one right to the side of the head into the temple. I Am the Provider might be on Dream Street as Lypto dusts off those J's, but you can see I Am the Prospect getting involved. Nearly 6.5 feet tall, well north of 300 pounds is that man. I Am the Prospect, and I Am the Provider. Just laying the slaps in. Chop to the midsection now. Follows up with an uppercut. And chop there from I Am the Provider. Both of these men are very well versed in the lucha style. Don't let the appearance of I Am the Provider fool you. This is a man who lived down in Mexico, was well versed in the lucha style, as is Lypto. As he hits the Provider there with a knee lift. Lypto nursing his shoulder injury there, as you can see, as he delivers a number of kicks right to the midsection of I Am the Provider. Getting this crowd behind him. And Provider says no, whips him off the rope, but Lypto with a kick of his own. And Provider getting the heck out of Dodge while he can still get out. Lypto not letting him. Provider had that one scouted though, sends Lypto up and over to the outside on to that padding. That is only about an inch of padding right there. This is not very thick at all. And Lypto clubbing some forearms and a European uppercut of his own. Dragging I Am the Provider off the rails and into the ring post. And taking I Am the Provider out amongst the people here at Sunshine Studios Live. Well over 200 strong here. This balmy September evening. We're on the outside now. Is that who I... Oh my God, it is. Colorado wrestling fans, if you know, you know what just happened there. Holy... I'm not going to finish that, but we just heard it reverberate throughout Sunshine Studios Live, and believe me, it reverberated throughout the Rockies. As they bring this back to the outside, Lypto, the champion, is kick caught. The foot sweep has him dropping right onto that padding again. Lypto back into the ring while I Am the Provider having a word with some members of the crowd. Resting on that safety railing now. The fans here in Colorado Springs getting out of the way. They know that they are in a dangerous position. Provider perched up a series of chops now to the chest. Off the rope. Oh my goodness. Diving right into both Prospect and Provider. Flying the unfriendly skies is the CSW champion right there. Up and over once again, but no. This time the Prospect had him caught. Referee Skylar Barrier trying to get Provider out of the railing, now warning the Prospect to not do anything with Lypto, but slams him right there on the apron. And Lypto feeling the effects of that in his back. Prospect buying Provider just enough time. Here's a cover, 2 count only. Provider not able to get everything he has in him to get that cover there. Both men have given it their all here in the early going of this match. Camel clutch. Rearing back on the lower back, shoulders, neck, every part of your upper body wrenched in that camel clutch, and Lypto somehow able to fight out of it. Shots to the side. Follows it up with a couple knees, but no. Provider, a handful of mask, able to pull Lypto back down to the mat. First appearance in Colorado Springs Wrestling in several years for I Am the Provider. And he goes straight to the top. Nobody home for that splash. Lypto able to deliver a number of kicks to the midsection. Skylar Barrier warning them to get it out of the corner. Pillar to post. Off the ropes. Incredible, innovative offense there from the champion. Lypto looks like he's trying to get Provider in position. Up on the second rope here. Got himself perched up. Nobody home for that guillotine leg drop. And Provider using his instincts, using his third eye to foresee that leg drop and move out of the way. And this could be the opening the Provider needs in this championship match here. Once again, nobody home in the corner. Lypto able to hit that missile dropkick. I Am the Prospect up on the apron. Has caught Lypto by the throat. Lypto, though, with an enziguri to the back of the head. I Am the Prospect is knocked out. T-bone suplex. Once again, Lypto coming up to the ropes. Showing everyone here in Colorado Springs he means business. I Am the Prospect able to pull him away, though. Lypto able to reverse it. Schoolboys him. I Am the Prospect pushes it over. The referee didn't see it. 3 count. And we have a new CSW champion. And I Am the Prospect just laid out Lypto. What the hell is going on here? The Provider already won the match. There's no reason to be beating up Lypto after this. Just laying in the boots. And Lypto unceremoniously rolled out of the ring. The ring announcer, Skylar Ashwood, is ready to present the championship to the new champion. whether by hook or by crook, and it was definitely by crook, there is a new champion, and his name is I Am the Provider. Stay tuned to the YouTube channel, folks. We got more coming up. CSW Saturday Nights is sponsored in part by the Debbie Havens teams at Revolution Mortgage. More than a mortgage, they put the fun into funding, one loan at a time. Revolution Mortgage. Let's make some moves.
This match is sponsored by Debbie Havens' team at Cornerstone Home Lending. Phone number 719-491-2499. More than a mortgage, they put the fun into funding one loan at a time, and they make this possible here at CSW. Make some noise for Debbie Havens, please. Contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Santa Ana, California, weighing in at 185 pounds, Apothecary Farms presents Fuji Brown.
He once was blind, but now can see. Maybe some amazing grace, maybe some glaucoma treatment from Apothecary Farms. Who knows? But either way, Fuji Brown is here in your main event of this evening here on CSW Saturday Night. The crowd here absolutely enamored with this Ronin of sorts, a man who has been all over the country in independent wrestling. Tonight, though, taking on a man who has definitely a little bit more, definitely more experience, definitely more miles, definitely a bit more of a samurai. Quite possibly the biggest test of Fuji Brown's 18-year career. And you just heard the ring announcer, Skylar Ashwood, announce the man's name, making his way here from Massachusetts. About the only Boston Red Sox fan that I will not give crap to about being a Red Sox fan. That is Brutal Bob Evans. And Brutal Bob, a former CSW commissioner, making his in-ring debut for Colorado Springs Wrestling tonight. And Bob, as he's always gonna do, is gonna make his way through all of Sunshine Studios Live here. Brutal Bob getting up close and personal. This is a very, very loud house here at Sunshine Studios Live. It is always a loud house. Not a single seat to be sold here. They were all sold out. And we are underway with this contest. Show of sportsmanship and honor there from the former Ring of Honor star. And this crowd is, I'm not even going to say 50-50. This crowd is behind both of these men. Yes, equally, but I don't know if anyone in this crowd really has a favorite in this match. They just want to see two competitors go at it, and they are going to cheer for both of these competitors throughout. Collar and elbow tie-up. Brutal Bob right into wrist control right away, wrenching it in. Referee checking for a submission there. Fuji Brown, though, showing some acumen of his own, able to reverse that into a wrist lock of his own. And keeps it locked in there. Evans keeping his shoulders off the mat. Doesn't want to get counted out here in the early going. Sitting back up. Trying to get that momentum. And finally gets the momentum to swing his way. And Evans back in wrist control. Utilizing a knuckle lock now. Not only wrenching on the wrist, but wrenching on all the knuckles, and Fuji Brown once again able to roll out of it, and the kick to the chin. And Bob Evans telling Fuji Brown, I gotta watch you. Fuji Brown definitely with the speed advantage, something he may have to lean back on here throughout this match. He does not have a size or power advantage here this evening. Once again, collar and elbow tie-up. And once again, utilizing a wrist lock here. Brutal Bob, however, able to power out of it. Shoulder tackle sends Brown crashing to the outside down on that mat. Brown favoring that shoulder some. Doesn't want to let Brutal Bob, and Brutal Bob is right on top of it. The wrist he's been controlling this whole match, and now adding the shoulder to it. Giving Fuji a tour of the ringside area here at Sunshine Studios Live. Rolling him back in. Wants to win this match on the inside, but gave Brown too much of an opening. Series of shots to the midsection now. Taking the air out of Brutal Bob, but Brutal Bob once again maintaining control on that shoulder. Brown screaming in pain. Shots to the side. But Evans showing he is still squarely in control, using that size and power to his advantage. He's trying to dislocate the shoulder of Fuji Brown right now. And you can see the offense on the wrist and shoulder of Fuji Brown is having its effects here. And that is the mark of a veteran wrestler right there. Brutal Bob has picked apart and is just picking it apart. He is not concentrating on anything else other than that arm. And you can see the pain etched across the face of Fuji Brown. I think he may have just tried to bite his free forearm there for just a minute. Dissociate himself just a bit. See him trying for those ropes, trying to do whatever he can, able to use some momentum to roll his way out of it. Shots to the midsection, chop to the chest. Back and forth now with that right hand. But once again, Brutal Bob a step ahead. Cover Rolls him up into jackknife here. 2 count. And again, focusing on the arm and shoulder. And if you can't move that shoulder, you can't lift it off the mat. That's half the battle right there for any professional wrestler, is keeping your opponent's shoulders on the mat. And destabilizing that shoulder is at the top of Bob Evans' priorities right now. Once again, wrenching it in. You can hear Brown screaming in pain, trying to chop his way out of it, trying to chop down a man who is built like a tree. Some 80-pound weight advantage over Fuji Brown is enjoyed by Bob Evans, and he's definitely enjoying it right here. Trying to power his way out of this sunset flip opportunity. Just inches away from the ropes now. But Brown able to power back. Evans saying, no, I'll try it another way. Inching once again for the ropes. And Brown once again powering him away from the ropes, but Evans saying, maybe the third time will be the charm. You can see he's less than a foot away from those ropes, just reaching, trying to use this crowd for momentum. Brown doing the same. Looks like he might have this big tree fell. Evans says no. Evans, to quote Count Basie, saying, let's do this one more once. Still not able to reach. Fuji Brown has him rolled up. 2. Evans kicks out. And both men on their knees now. Evans back to his feet first. Evans has been in control for a majority of this match, and you can see why right there. He has just been focusing solely on that left arm this entire match. And you can see he has Fuji Brown right where he wants him right now. Brown trying to channel the energy from the crowd into energy for himself, fighting back up to his feet now. Shots once again to the midsection. Hitting the temple now. Back and forth these two men are going. Evans again just focusing solely on the shoulder. Series of headbutts now. I don't know if you want to get into a test of headbutts with Fuji Brown. Fuji's going to win that every time. One of the most hard-headed individuals in professional wrestling in Colorado today is Fuji Brown. And that has given him the opening he needs. Avalanche. And Evans, for the first time, has no idea where he is. Reverse STO, 2. Just a 2 count there. Just a 2 count there. Trading blows back and forth now. In the center of the ring. Trading elbows and Mongolian chops now. Tit for tat are these two. Big boot to the midsection. Brown answers up. Evans with another one. Big kick there. Follows it up with a shoulder tackle. And Evans has sent Brown to the mat here. This could be all he needs. Evans rolling Brown away from the ropes. Ring positioning key here in this situation. Cover 2. Able to get that left shoulder up right into an arm bar though. It's almost as if Evans set him up for it. Asking Brown, almost teasing him. Oh, is that the rope you want to get to? Looks like he could be setting him up for a lapel lock or a bow and arrow. He has him in that stretch. Unable to reach the ropes with his arms, but does it with his feet. Referee administering the count, and Evans breaks the hold. Trying to pull Fuji away from those ropes. Fuji holding on with all his might. Evans, I don't know what he's going on with there. Set himself up for the STO though. 2, 3. Fuji Brown just won this match. Evans made one mistake this entire match. That was getting distracted by the referee. Gave Fuji Brown all the opening he needed. Fuji Brown is in disbelief himself. Now he realizes what's happened. Now he's celebrating. Adrenaline pumping through him right now. Evans slowly getting back to his feet. And once again, sportsmanship between these two competitors being shown in our main event on this episode of Saturday Night. Evans looking for a microphone. I am going to step aside for now as I let Brutal Bob close it for the evening. For all of us here at CSW, have a good night, and we will see you next time for Saturday Night.
Maybe I should just do... I remember the last time I came here, and I was a commissioner, and I've always been a better wrestler than a commissioner. And I said to Randy, I said, the next time you have an opening, I want to be here and I want to wrestle in this ring, because what you people have taught me, and it's exactly what Randy says, is this is indeed a family. And I'm going to say this to absolutely no one in particular. You think this is a mixed message? This isn't. No matter what happened, I would say it the same way. So don't read anything into it aside from face value. Anyone tries to come in here and mess with this family has to deal with me, has to deal with me, has to deal with me, and most of all has to deal with her. Randy took me in, Debbie took me in, and you showed me what love and respect is. And Fuji, I've known you a long time for being a hand and egger at the Monster Factory. I'm so proud of you, baby. What a job. What a job. And I will not rest. I will not rest until Colorado Springs Wrestling is a shining star in all of wrestling. CSW. CSW. I love you.
If you need help, get it. I did. The good Lord above saved me. He can save you. I love you, everyone. Good night. I love you, beautiful everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Brutal Bob Evans. One more time for Brutal.
1, 2, 3.